Hello everybody, welcome to Project Beauty, where we talk about project panning and everything beauty related. My name is Jen. Today we're going to be doing my inventory for my pressed powders. That is like foundation slash setting powders or finishing powders. So I have everything here in front of me. It's a lot less than I actually thought it was going to be. And I can say that I started off the year with the same amount as I'm finishing. Now, I have definitely gone through a number of powders this year, and I'm going to be honest, there is one that's going to be like a spoiler. I'm filming this a little bit early, so it's not going to be posted for at least a week or a bit longer than a week, but my goal is to finish one of these. So the values or I guess the quantities may change, but very, very minimally. So anyhow, let's go ahead and talk about each of the powders, and then we'll talk about how many. Of course, you can count how many I have, but anyway, I will show you all the ones that I have for foundation slash pressed powders, like under eye setting powders, which actually I'm thinking of moving this one and this one into another category. Excuse me, my goodness, I just drank a bunch of water and I'm giving myself the hiccups. Anyhow, the first one that I have is the KVD. It says Lock-It Powder Foundation in Light 130. And I just started using this. Now, I'm not sure how I'm going to do this for the mirror, but maybe I'll try this one. I'll just do this, because otherwise you're just going to get blasted in the face with a video or a picture of me. And I just am not looking good right now. But this is the shade. It's very lovely. It's a little peachy, I find, but it's really a lovely powder, and I am obsessed with the red metallic packaging. I am definitely going to be reusing this. It's gorgeous, and I love, oh, sorry, I just knocked my camera, but I love the packaging on this, and I just think it's so cool. So that's that one. Then next we have the L'Oreal Infallible. It's a 24-hour fresh wear foundation in a powder in the shade 180 Linen. And this is the one, this is a spoiler, but this is where I'm at right now. And my goal is to complete this before January 1st. And I'm pretty sure I can do that as long as I wear makeup like every single day. And I know I will. So I'm using this one and another loose powder for underneath my eyes, which normally I would just use this all over my face without like a cream foundation underneath. Sorry, it's very late in the evening and it's almost the end of the week and I'm very tired, but I promise I'll try to catch my words as best I can. But this one is, the goal is to complete this. But this is actually quite a nice powder for a drugstore. And then we have, now these are brand new favorites of mine. These are the Melt Glazed Skin Sheer Finishing Powder, and this is in the shade Fair. I also have the shade Light, which is over here. This is what the external packaging comes in, and all of the shades have a different color external, the external color is different. So I'll show you the box of the Fair one. So you can see that the shade is like it's the same thing on the color of the packaging to what the actual description of the skin shade is. So I really like that, because you know which one you're grabbing, especially if you're like me and you can grab like 3 different colors. I only have 2 right now, but in the summer I would like to grab the medium shade, so hopefully I'll be able to do that by then. But this is the Fair one, so I'll show you that first. And I'm really enjoying this powder a lot. It doesn't look like much in the pan, but it definitely gives off quite a glow, and you just need the lightest dusting. I'm not even sure if I'm going to give you a good swatch, but it's just like the lightest dusting, and it just gives your face such a healthy glow, as long as you're using a very loose brush. Like, you want to make sure that you're using a brush that has very, very, very long and loose bristles, not one that's like shorter, because you're going to get a strip on your face. And then, so this one is the Light shade, which I have also tried. Same external, like same packaging like this. I kind of wish that they had these colors the same way that they have the actual like packaging, so that you knew which one you were grabbing without having have to keep those. But this is the light one, which you'll be able to see here. I mean, you probably won't be able to tell right now, but this one is like very light, and this one really matches my skin, where I can probably do quite a heavy swatch before you'll actually physically see it. But they're both very beautiful. It does nothing when I do a swatch like that because it isn't meant to be worn as a heavy swatch. So yeah. Now again, this one is one that I'm thinking of moving to the illuminator section, not illuminator, highlight powder section, pardon me, because this is for highlighting under my eyes. But the reason I put it in this section is because it is a setting powder, which is what this is initially for. But I realized that this is to go under my eyes, and it's a highlight powder, and it does brighten underneath the eyes. So I'm probably going to move this one as well as the Essence one. This one is lovely. If this is still available from Ulta, definitely try this. It is so yellow, but I have very, very olive skin, and I find that this one is amazing, and it was incredibly inexpensive. But this one is probably over 8 years old. I'm not even gonna lie, it's really old, but I'm gonna use it. I know that's so bad. But then I have the Essence Brighten Up one in banana powder, and this one is substantially lighter and a lot more like light, like just like a yellowy beigey white shade instead of like a banana shade. Even though it says banana, this one is like straight up banana. The shade is banana as well, but I would find that this one is just so light and almost like a whitish version of this one. So I think I'm going to move those to my highlight powder section. So I'll do that after, but you probably won't see these again. But anyhow, this one is the L'Oreal Infallible one in the shade 130 True Beige, and this one I have used quite a bit. I do need to clean these up. I hate having the dirty packaging, but I go through so many different colors, and you'll notice that like they're not that different, if I'm being honest. Like they're not that different really. Just this one's a slightly more peachy looking color, and this one's like slightly like a shade darker almost. But they're so close that it's like, you know, I mean, it's just a nice foundation powder. This is a little deeper than what I am right now, I think. I don't know. Anyhow, not that that matters. I also have another one I might as well show you as well, which is the L'Oreal Infallible one in the 120 Vanilla, and this one is unopened. It's a brand new one, right? Unopened? Yeah, unopened. So I will put this, I think, in a project next year. I would like to get those used up because I'm finding that I like loose powders more, so these ones will now all be something that I use up, and hopefully I'll have this one done by the end of the year because it's in a project. I also have the One Size, now this packaging is going to be reflective, but it is the Turn Up the Base Versatile Foundation Powder in the shade Medium 4G. This is very dark, like very, very, very dark, and it's really beautiful, but it's super dark for me right now, so I have to wear this in the summer. So this one you will not see in a project until summer. I did pull this in recently to my Project 10 uses, and I had to switch it out for this one because this one is the perfect shade for me right now, and this one is not. So this one, it's going to take me a long time to get those 10 uses, I think, because I'm trying so hard to use this one up. Next we'll go to these other singles as well. We have the LYS Triple Fix Translucent Setting Powder, and this one I would essentially be able to use all over my face. I think this is probably for directly under the eyes, but it says gently buff into the skin after foundation, so you can use it all over. But I mean, you use your products where you want. I usually like to use an individual setting powder under the eye if it's super finely milled. This is the packaging. I'm trying not to do too much reflection, and then this is what the product looks like. Sorry, my hands are in the way, but it's just like a straight up like yellowy, same kind of look as the Ulta one. It's giving powder out right now, but that's okay. That's what it's meant for. And it's meant to be put on top of foundation, which means it's going to soak up some of that creaminess and liquidness. So that is the LYS one. I haven't tried that yet. And then another one I haven't used right now is the Kosas Cloud Set Baked Setting and Smoothing Powder. And this is in the shade Comfy, which is a sheer medium. And I have tried this shade before. I was going to get a shade lighter, but I had this in a sample before. And I remember really liking the shade, but I'm kind of wishing I went like a shade lighter, because you can see on my wrist here, it's just a hint too dark. But I feel like it'll be great for like those going into summer, like spring kind of into the beginning of summer shade, before I pull out the one size. So I think that'll be really nice as well. And now we can talk about the Hourglass. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit and Sculpture. We have 1 and 2, which is a finishing powder in dim light and a finishing powder in diffused light. And this is what it looks like. This and this is the ones that are in this section, because they are the setting powders. So those are the ones I have for that. Next we have the Ambient Jellyfish one, the Lighting Edit Unlocked Jellyfish. And I haven't used these, they're still in their packaging. So this is why this inventory is going to be longer, because when I do my blush and bronzer and all that stuff, these are all, there's so many that are still in their original packaging. Eventually, when I actually use them, I'll take them out and then take this stuff off, but I'm leaving it on there for now. So in this one, let's see what we have. We have the Diffused Light and Ethereal Light. So Diffused Light is number 1, which is this one here, of course. It's like this, 1 through 6. So 1 and 6, those are the finishing powders. So Diffused Light is number 1 and Ethereal Light is number 6. So that's what we have here. And then for the Cheetah palette, oh, I see, these do not open. I think this is Cheetah palette. We have, put that on top of there, finishing powder in dim light, which is shade 1. So we have shade 1 right here, and this is the medium color story, which I think will work really, really well in the spring and summer for me. I definitely go a few shades different. I can see a lot of pan showing, like there is some crazy openings around the side, and I feel like I didn't see that in this one. Like, why is this one fitting so nicely and this one just looks so cheap? Are these like replaceable, or like, I don't understand why that is, where there's so much room in the pan. Anyhow, just something I'm acknowledging at the moment, but this is everything that I have. So showing you all of those powders, everything in my collection, with the exception of this one and this one, which will be moving over to my highlight area. Actually, I kind of want to keep these in here. But this, I don't know. You know what? I'm going to think about it. The reason I might want to keep these in here is because they aren't really, like, they are highlighting powders. They are for brightening under your eyes, but they're also setting powder. So I don't know. I'm having a hard time with deciding how I want to do this. But these ones technically could belong under the highlight one. So if I count these in this, I have 16. If I move these over to the other one, I would have 14. But I started the year in 2023 with 16 powders, and I used up enough and replaced enough that I have now 16 again. So I've actually used up quite a few, because I have brought in 7 powders this year. So that means I used up 7, which means 16 is a good number for me, because all of these are for different skin shades. And some of them are translucent, some of them have color, like these foundation ones. Some of them are like, again, like I said, translucent or like for right underneath the eye, or some of them are for adding that extra shimmer as a finishing, like a finishing powder. So I'm really happy with this collection. I think this is a good size. I don't really need any more right now. My goal is to eventually get these 3 out and potentially move these over to the highlight powder section. But otherwise, I'm really, really happy with my collection. And I know that the Hourglass ones, once I start using them, they won't last long because they are such teeny tiny little pans. But I'm happy with everything. So yeah, that's it. 16 in my collection at the moment of anything that is pressed foundation or setting or finishing. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. There are so many inventory videos coming. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this video and you like my channel. It's definitely different than other channels, but I'm a little more relaxed because I'm a busy mom. I got things going on. I don't have time to edit. But I greatly appreciate every single one of you joining me and enjoying my channel and enjoying company and just everything that I have to offer as far as makeup and beauty is concerned. So again, thank you guys so much, and I will definitely see you guys in the next video.